Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog. Hello, welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to be talking about Unit 5. One more to go. So in Unit 5 is basically over the the events that led to the Civil War and Georgia's role in the Civil War. So basically, like, this whole semester, we've been talking about Georgia a lot, but I'm not getting sick of it, you know? You can never get sick, like, there's never enough of Georgia, you know? So we're gonna start off with slavery. How slavery led, well, first let me break it down to you what it is. Slavery is the ownership of another person. I don't want to say that it was only blacks, because it wasn't only black slaves. There were, in certain places, there were other, well, African Americans, because I don't know if anyone, but I don't want to say that it was only African Americans, because yes, it was a lot of African Americans, but there was other ethnicities of slaves. So it's the ownership of another human without like consent. So basically torture. So how this led to the I just sunk like 3 inches. That's just so hilarious to me. Anyway, the South were like, yeah, slavery, let's get them working. Or they're like, slavery, let's just all be free. You know? And then, now, there's states' rights. So, states' rights is basically, hey, if something's not written in the federal, what am I saying? This? Federal Constitution? Yeah, I got it right. If it's not in the federal Constitution, then you can't depict on what I'm supposed to do. So what I do, as long... what's being done, if it's not in the federal Constitution that says don't do this, then hey, I can do whatever I want. It's basically what state rights is. So the Southern, they were like, I'm sorry, I've been having like blackouts, and it's like I gotta keep it together, you know. So then. So basically, Southern. Why? It's like a voice block. It's like I'm saying it like. It's like I'm frozen, you know? So basically, Southern states, they didn't agree with the tariff that the United States imposed upon them. And they were like, hey, let's move to nullify the tariff for this reason. And yeah. Oh, let me remind you, slavery falls into that category as well. So next we're gonna think, randomize it, mix it up a little, not go like all the way in order, but there isn't really get order, but there sort of kind of is. So now we're gonna go to the Compromise of 1850. So they wanted California to enter as a free state, which means, hey, no slaves. So what they did was like, but in order to have a free state, you have to trade out a slave state, but no other state wants to have slaves. What am I supposed to do? That's how California was looking, but then, what about this? If the North sends any fugitive slaves down back to the South, where they came from, you can be a free state. North was like, why not? Little did they know, the North doesn't care about, they don't want the slaves to be slaves. They want to demolish slavery. They was like, you know what? I ain't finna tell nobody nothing. They don't gotta know about this. Well, remember what I say, not factual. Well, you get it, Miss Montgomery. I ain't finna tell nobody nothing. I ain't gotta tell nobody go back there. What are you talking about, yo? I ain't gotta tell nobody nothing. They finna stay up here whether they slave or not. Y'all ain't gotta know about it. Y'all gonna think that we doing what y'all tell us to do. In our reality, slaves all up here, all up and through the North. And they ain't getting sit back down. What's good? And California a free state. What's really good with it? You know? Yeah. So basically, throw off the balance. Throw off the balance of the free and slave states in the Congress. Balance. Why do I continue to throw things if I already broke a watch? In case you didn't see. It's a watch. Broke. Miss Montgomery, I'm really committed to this project. I'm on Unit 5 and it's only been 5 hours since I got home. I got you. No 0 for me. Next we have the Dred Scott case. So basically, what happened was there was a slave and oh, this is like a story time. There was a little slave and he managed to get away and he was up north and he was in a free state for a while. So, what had happened was he'd been in the how many years? He'd been in the freed state. Doesn't say exactly how many years, but with the time that he'd been in the freed state, he thought that it would... Wait, was it him? Yeah. He thought that the time spent in the freed state would make him a freed slave. I wish they would have just let him go, but you know, they South was like, you know what? I'm not having it. You ain't no doggone citizen. Don't act like you is. I can't. You're not a citizen. And you can't sue. So, you still a doggone slave. Now get back to your, what slaves have? I don't know, bad. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to offend anyone, so if you're offended, please don't be. How this led to civil war was really support states' rights. The slaves had no rights. So well, Southern, of course, because North, no slave. Wink. Now we're gonna go back up to nullification. This is the second one. It was supposed to be after state rights, but you know I like to mix things up. Then after nullification, we have Georgia platforms, Lincoln's election, the debate of secession, and the debate of secession is empty. I think that's not supposed to be there. Miss Montgomery, please don't take points off. I'm hypnotizing you right now not to take points off. Please don't take points off because of the debate of secession in Georgia. Please don't take points off. Please don't take points off. Please don't. Wait. Please don't take points off. Please don't take points off. No points off. Please. Please don't take I hypnotize you, so you're not taking points off. Now, nullification. So basically, it's a concept that the state or entity can nullify, which means say no, or what they like to say, make void. You know, the big red stamp, void. I love those stamps. This is the best. They, a state can nullify a law if they believe it goes against the constitutions or states' right. So how does that the Civil War? Well, help lead to the Civil War. South California was like, I want to nullify the tariff. The tariff. Oh, like, boy, like I just want to notify it, like just let's fight about it, you know. If you again, the only part that's true is that they wanted to nullify it, not the fighting part. I just want to fight about it, you know. Like if you got a problem with it, come on, you know. I ain't got a problem with it. I ain't got no problem, you know. Anyway, now on to the Georgia platform. Next. Whoa, that was a cool transition. Like, whoa, like, oh, no, not that time. There we go. No, not that time. Not that time. It almost had it. There, nope. Yep. Okay. Basically, it was Georgia congressional document that states that the rights of southern states and declares the support of the Union, and it is meant to get other southern states to agree to the compromise of the 1850. This leads to them saying, hey, come on. So the compromise is passed, which leads to yet again an unbalance. The North got y'all. Like, y'all was really dumb. Like, that's the most dumbest compromise that I heard of in the whole wide world. So now on to Lincoln's election. Lincoln is the first Republican elected president, and he won on the platform that he demolished slavery. So the South wasn't having it. It was like, no. The South was greatly upset. They were like, bro, we finna have to fight because slavery, I need my work done and I don't feel like doing it myself. Like, I'm too lazy for that junk. Like, y'all really got me messed up. I was finna say messed up. Can you believe that was only one AKS? Just imagine how long this second one's gonna be. Miss Montgomery, buckle up. Now, we're going to talk about Georgia's contribution or role to the Civil War. Okay. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. It's probably gonna be one of the longest vlogs. I thought the longest vlog was like 25 minutes, but hey, you never know. Okay, so the blockade coast. Well, the blockade of the coast. Well, the Union blockade of the coast. That was the event or the strategy. So the Union strategy. That's it. Strategy. I know I said it wrong. So the Union strategy was to cut off the imports and export to the South during the Civil War to keep them from getting any supplies or money. And like yo, like why you do that? Like we need stuff too, you know? Like the people that's not contributed to the war, the people that's not trying to beat y'all up, we need stuff too. Anyway, this wasn't effective in keeping supplies and resources from the South until the North was able to take over Port Pulaski. And then the blockade runners would run goods through the Union lines into the South after the Union takes over Fort Pulaski. They have plugged the hole, quote unquote, of blockade runners in the GS. Ha 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 ha. Sneaky little Union. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Sneaky, sneaky little Union. The Emancipation Proclamation. This was from Abraham Lincoln. The states, it was basically stating that the states' slaves is am I reading this right? This states that the states slaves in states of rebellion. I could have just said this states that the South was free. Well, the slaves in the South were freed. Whoa. The slaves in Kentucky, Missouri, Maryland, and Delaware are not freed because those states are not in rebellion. It's basically like, oh, you don't want to rebel? I don't have nothing to re-rebel. Well, I don't have nothing to stop you from, because you're not rebelling. You're being a good little child. Oh no. That's the next unit. We'll keep that in store for the next unit. Anyway, next, Chickamauga. Chickamauga was the second deadliest battle of the Civil War. It happened in Chickamauga, of course, northwest Georgia, over the Railroads. Oh, I forgot to go over the impact of the Emancipation Proclamation. Basically, the southern states thought that they were their own country, are engaged, that the Union thinks they could tell them what to do. However, they recognize, like, they look at themselves as their own country. And they do not see the proclamation and force, like, get that paper out of my face before I beat you up. Beat you up. That's how they feel. Like, I'm gonna beat you up. Like, that's how they feel. So, like, boy. If you don't get you ain't even your own state, yo. I mean, you ain't even your own country, boy. Get out of here. Get out of here, boy. Boy. Anyway, Chickamauga, second deadliest battle of the Civil War. Of course, it happened in Chickamauga, northwest, over the Railroads. The Confederates pushed the Union back to Chattanooga, but they didn't push them out of Chattanooga. So how this led to Civil War was Braxton. I'm just gonna call him by his first name, you know. Braxton. Wait, let me read this. Braxton didn't push the Union out of Chattanooga, which led them to winning over Chattanooga and pressing back into Atlanta. Like what? Like, we so rich. Like, we could wear anything right now. Like, we so rich right now. Like, we could wear anything right now. Like, you so winning precious when you win. I'm a fish and I got something. Next, Sherman's Atlanta campaign. So basically, he put neckties over the railroads and like was like crack, crack. Stop the goods. You know. And the ATL. Again, you guys don't need to see my prescription. Match. Oh, Atlanta. Match. Boom. Can't see my prescription. Boom. 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 Yeah. So then, Sherman entered Atlanta, and he led a path of destruction all the way to Savannah. Like, really, like, you must be really out of your doggone mind to be in my city. Like, get out of here, yo. Like, get all the way out of here. He, you know what he did? He said to presidents that you can surrender or be destroyed. Do you know how disrespectful that is? Like, I wanted to beat him up when I heard about that. Like, that boy, if you don't get your boy, if you don't get your, like, you really finna get beat up, you know? Miss Montgomery, I'm trying my best. Stay on topic. And I know it may be crazy, but this is my best. So now we're on to Sherman's March to sea. So he used the strategy of total warfare, quote unquote, which is the most dumbest strategy in the whole wide world. He marched 60 miles wide. That's like from here to here, and we're like this small. Wait. We're like this small and from here to here, and we only walk this slow. No, it's like here to here, or like over here. There's safety scissors, Miss Montgomery, not a sharp end. Can't prick my finger. Anyway, next. Well, same one. Yeah. He made a 60-mile wide path of destroying stuff where his troops were in Savannah, destroying anything along the way that did not surrender. Like, hi, I'm a little kid and I don't even know anything. Surrender or die. I don't know what surrender means. What does that mean? Die. No. Blah. Blah. Keep going, everyone. My demonstrations, thebomb.com. Oh, gosh. And you can't see anything about them. No, I did not just fall. Now, on to the next. We're gonna do this. Miss Montgomery, I'm sorry for putting you through this torture. So, basically, he sort of kind of succeeded by having a path made for the Union. So the Union ended up using that path all the way to the southern part of the city and giving control through the south of the Union. Like, you sort of kind of help them. You sort of kind of helped them out while helping yourself. This led to the war because Sherman's use of total warfare would have been quick to bring the war to end, but it devastated the South and led to Savannah surrendering itself upon his arrival with his people. So, he didn't set fire to the city because of the supplies in the city. So Sherman sent a telegram to the President Lincoln, giving him a gift of the city of Savannah for Christmas. Which is so crazy. It's like, how you giving them a gift? Like, why? Like, and you just, like, almost murder everybody? Like, really? Get out of here, boy. Now on to Andersonville, which is the last one of this unit. And there's Reconstruction, my favorite, quickest topic that I really, really love and really, really know. So it's probably gonna be the quickest video of these all. But it was a camp of prisoners that was made for 5,000 prisoners. Oh, I hate this one. So basically, it had so many prisoners, and it was a long stream, and that was their drinking water and their toilet. With 5,000 prisoners, hey, drink at the top, poop at the bottom, pee at the bottom, flows down because it goes under the wall, but a man couldn't fit under the wall. Then the population grew and 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 grew to 45,000 people, and then the poop grew and grew and grew and grew with the people, which left this much drinking water and then led to people dying due to disease and all this stuff. So pretty nasty. How this led to the Civil War was the commander of the camp was tired of wow, that's pretty depressing. The commander of the camp was tried and hung due to his mistreatment. But you know, when you mistreat people, karma, this is what karma does. Hi, I'm the commander. Karma. Just eat you up. Right in your booty. Now on to Unit 6. See you in this video. Bye.